Okay, day 55. Here's what I'm going to go over. I basically worked the entire day today. You can make things as such as mundane yard work into high leverage activity by learning whilst working. Podcast and a video eating lunch, which obviously not working, but you understand. I was away from e-commerce and the option to work. So first off being the video. John Mark Stevenson, I recommend everyone check him out. He's a phenomenal young man, way ahead of me, and came from even worse addictions and larger problems. But he's become a phenomenal young man. Anyways, what I learned out of that video is your temptations grow with you. What does that mean? It means basically he goes into talking about tests. Your temptations are tests. As you make a bit of progress, as you lean away, like getting abstinent, like semen retention. Okay, the temptations of going back on the website, going like 2 weeks without, and then temptations grow and grow. And that's what happened with me, bro. That's what happened to me. Day 43 when I relapsed. And you can look like the week prior, around like day 30. Things just ramp up. The temptations ramp up. It's tests to see if you are really like that. And when you persevere through those tests and solidify the fact that you are where you need to be, that's when like momentum starts to creep up. The devil will attack you when you're making progress. He's going to try and prevent you making breakthrough in your life. It's just facts. So take the test as a blessing where you get to persevere. He was talking about because before he used to smoke weed, he used to club all the girls. Basically, he was throwing a party for his boy, and he was tempted to drink at the club, tempted to just party. He basically funded that experience for his friend that was dear to him. That's why he did it. Around a bunch of people that are basically his old type of people. You don't know these people, but you know what I mean. Just not on the same mission and journey. So he was just all in that environment, but he persevered and he solidified. He went out of there. He moved away from that experience in a super high frequency because he proved who he says this new guy is, this new identity. You gotta stay true to it. What you do in private has to be what you talk about in public, and that's a challenge. Like, I'm making 2 videos every single day. I gotta be consistent. I can't have incongruency with my goals because it's all filmed. It's all documented. There's been so many videos I just did not want to make because it's just revealing. But I've been consistent for the most part. I've missed like one day, and that's proof of that certain time period. Anyways, moving on to podcasts, Chris Williamson, and Hamza. I used to be a big Hamza watcher. I stopped around when he had that noble, I'm gonna go out and fight, and then came back like a week later. That was just he's like ever changing. Nothing against him. I just stopped watching him. But really interesting. First of all, it led to me the idea. First of all, stop saying I need to be more precise with my words. I want to get more articulate, and that led to me hitting up a friend, David Lopez. Okay, the other David, and potentially just a friendly podcast. There's that. Learned about you should have the tough conversations with your parents once they get older. Like, not once they get older, but sooner than later. Don't wait to have the tough conversations. It made me think about my future in this personal brand, this YouTube channel. I need to be number one. Like, that's the first time, like, listening to that. I want to be on top, but also like this mission. Basically, they were talking about you're gonna have your glory phase, right? When you're getting all the views, but then a trough where you're only getting like 100K views, and you're no longer that guy, that number one guy. And I was thinking to myself, that's gonna happen. I'd like to have a glory phase, a number one phase on YouTube, mostly like automotive, and just popping off in self improvement in general. Um, what else? I don't want to waste y'all's time. Ain't nobody watching though. If I'm 6 minutes in, people have already clicked off. You're just talking to yourself right now, G. So, what else? This is just solidifying what you learned at the end of the day. No one's watching these videos, so. Talked about family, talked about personal brand. Also, like, talked about, like, the feminine side of guys these days. Like, basic TikTok guys with the fluffy hair and trying to be cute. That compared to a genuine masculine man that's going to attract a woman, where compared to like a teenage girl, like a lot of the stuff is congruent. Like, I do want to be 200 pounds one day. I want to fill out a suit. I want to have a beard, not just like look cute, but like just masculine features. And they talked about right now at this current point in time, everyone is just super aware and worried about looks nowadays. They talking about like all kinds of stuff. I already named out the main things that I took away, but that's what I learned today, basically. That I should take these temptations as a blessing. They are a test. Me on the other side means growth and a higher frequency and solidification of who I say I am, of reaffirming the new identity, the identity of the Jake that wakes up early, the identity of the Jake that gets things done, who doesn't settle, who doesn't compromise. Oh my goodness, that's the killer. That's what in the video. Compromise in any way. That's why you're going to care about what people think, because you know the private L's, basically, where you left stuff on the table. Compromise. When you wake up a little bit later than you said you would, or go to bed a little bit later than you said you would, or missed a workout when you said you would work out, stuff like that. And the thing is, I'm making 2 videos every single day, and one of them is a full-on recap. I'm saying everything of what I'm doing. The goal by the end of this 100 days is what I say, basically have proper word as a man. What I say is what actually happens. Congruent. Not, oh, well, excuse. No. No compromises. You do what you say you do. That's the goal. To have the private victories, because that is the backbone of the public goals, the public information and value I'm giving, sharing. That's where I'm at, man. So, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to destroy this dinner. 4 eggs, spaghetti, perhaps more. Just eat enough to where I feel freaking fat and sassy, and then go to sleep. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the recap. Peace. Oh, and just Jesus loves you, and I love you. Hit that like button and subscribe if you a real one. If you a real one, you're gonna comment, hater or not. Just comment. I'll respond.